Kundalini Yoga for throat chakra, unblocking, balancing and strengthening. Your throat chakra. Your throat chakra is blocked when you suppress emotions, when you suppress your feelings, when you suppress the truth. And it gets more blocked when you tell lies, when you don't speak the truth. Whether you speak the truth or not, but if you are suppressing the truth, if you are suppressing what you feel in the moment, then your throat chakra is blocked. So this video is exclusively for my students who are in the projects and are taking actions to unblock their throat chakra. So these techniques will help you more, that I will teach you in this video. And at the same time, if you are a viewer, then also this video will help you unblocking your throat chakra if you apply the techniques. So I will move ahead with the reasons for throat chakra blockages and what impact or what kind of problems do you face in your physical body when your throat chakra is blocked, as well as energetic symptoms that you experience in your unhealthy state. At the same time, I will share with you some of the most prominent techniques that will work immediately to unblock your throat chakra. Alright, so let's move ahead with the segment on why do you suffer due to throat chakra blockages. Throat chakra blockage is due to many reasons, many causes, and one of the most prominent cause is that you are living in the matrix, you are living in the society, you are living in the family where you don't have the freedom to express your feelings as and when you feel it. Why? Because of karma. Because of karma, you are spending your life in the environment of people who are not understanding you and your feelings as a soul. You may be evolved up to the level of heart chakra, but the people in your family, the members in your family are in the lower chakras. And when you want to express your feelings from that level, they judge you, they insult you, they ignore you, and this has been happening since your childhood. And as a child, you were not heard because of your genuine feelings, and you learned a lot to suppress your true energies, your true feelings. You forgot how to be authentic. You forgot how to speak, how to express your true feelings. Because every time you wanted to express it to someone, the person was not with you with highest consciousness. That person was not your guru. That person was not the person who will listen to you without any judgment, who will heal you. Whether it is school, friends, teacher or your workplace, nobody is listening. Try to observe that each time you want to speak something, your own conditioned mind, approval seeking behavior comes up, seeking approval from people all the time, that is running in your head. Whether someone will like it or not, whether that person will judge me, whether I will be making other people happy. So people pleasing behavior is also included when your throat chakra is blocked. So how this throat chakra blockage impacts your health on the physical and energetic level, I will share with you in the next segment. Now your throat chakra is blocked. How do you feel? What is the first feeling? Let me see and check. I cannot speak well. This has been your behavior. Whenever I ask you something, you stop, you lower your voice, you don't speak authentically. You will have acidity issues. You will have regular burps. You will have issues with your thyroid gland. You will have issues with cough, cold. Most of the time, when you are having throat chakra blockages, you will have symptoms with blockages in this region, your nasal cavity, and all the time you feel that you're choked. Someone is holding your throat tightly and you cannot speak. So how to release that energy? That I will teach you in the techniques. But understand that when your throat chakra is blocked, you are living the life of a simp. If you are a man, a nice guy whose all the other chakras are blocked, and due to throat chakra blockages, the upper chakras are also blocked. Whether you are a male or a female, but you are displaying the characteristics of being a nice person unnecessarily, and you are having symptoms in this region, and when your throat chakra is blocked, you even cannot breathe properly. Your nasal cavity is blocked and all the time you will have breathing problems. You cannot take in breath slowly and releasing it completely. You can test that. If your throat chakra is blocked, your breathing will 100% be disturbed. You will be doing chest breathing most of the time, like this. All the time you are doing that breath of sigh. Why? Because all the time you're choked. That is why you get tired well. Chest breathing is happening all the time. These are the problems. So I have created other videos in which I have taught you how to unblock the lower chakras. So even if your heart chakra is blocked, then also your throat chakra will be blocked and you will face these consequences. More or less, you will be always having neck problems. You will be always having the problem of strain in neck all the time. All these parts will be straining all the time. You cannot move your neck back and forth in all the direction. Your upper head region will also be heavy because of throat chakra blockages. So in the next segment, I will teach you a few techniques that you can apply for removing throat chakra blockages. Here is the technique that you can apply immediately for removing blockages in your throat chakra. And this is not a technique, it is a practical action. Start speaking the truth here and now. Whatever you feel, whatever comes from your inner GPS, whatever comes from your mind, whatever it is, don't judge yourself that it is my mind's thought or coming from the soul. You don't know what it is, from where it is coming. You just release that energy. So speak to the person to whom you want to express in the same moment when you want to express. Don't keep it choked here. It will affect your health badly if you do that. So that's why my advice to you is start speaking the truth. Don't hide, don't lie, don't be in that victim position where someone is suppressing your energies. Start speaking it when you feel it and get free from it. Don't think what the other person will think. It is not your task to think what others will think. They have their own mind to think. So you don't think on their behalf. So this is the perspective you need to know to unblock throat chakra. Second thing, there is a breathing technique that you can apply and that involves sound. And you need to use the sound of Om to make it deeper, 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 to make this throat vibrate with the sound of Om. And how to do it? The technique is first inhale slowly, fill your body completely with air, prana, and make it revolve in your belly region. So, the slower you do it, the more will be the absorption of oxygen, prana in your energy channels, in your cells. And then you need to release it slowly, extremely slowly, extremely slowly. I will show you, demonstrate you afterwards. But understand this technique. Very slowly you need to release it, release it, release it, release it, release it. And the sound that is created, it makes the difference. Because your vocal cord is the location of the throat chakra, your throat chakra is the location where your vocal cord is connected, and it gets healed through the sound vibration that you create. Alright, so let's get back to the technique. It goes like this. I may take 2 to 3 rounds of repetitions to get into that groove. So just first you need to breathe slowly, come into the rhythm of life, inhalation and exhalation slowly, and now a very slow inhalation. I will demonstrate like this. As I inhale, I will do like this. In this way I will show you, and when I am exhaling, I will do in the exact opposite direction so that you know how I am doing it. So let's start a few rounds of inhalation to get into the rhythm of life, and you do it with me to get the best results. Inhale and exhale, let the belly move up and down, and now inhale slowly. First you need to inhale and exhale for the body to know that you are going to do this activity. Otherwise, your brain will not support it. It will go back to its original unconscious way of breathing from the mind. That is why this step is required. And then in the next step, you can do the Om while exhalation. and relax. As you do it more and more, you will see that your throat chakra is opening. And if you notice, you will replay this video again, and you will notice that when I did it for the first time, the sound of Om was not filled with so much of thunder. But as I continued, my throat chakra opened. I could produce that sound through my throat because of opening of throat chakra at whatever level it was. So this will impact you immediately and it will help you heal your throat chakra. So do it 10 to 15 minutes every day. Chant Om like this 100 times, 200 times, whatever number of times, and you will get the results. So if you want to know more about all the chakra cleansing, opening, energy channels cleansing, karma clearance, and learn Kundalini Yoga from me, then you can join the projects and be with me for a guided Kundalini Yoga session, and that will benefit you, impact you, especially if you are in your spiritual awakening journey and struggling hard to speak the truth. Then this video will definitely help you, and being with me in the projects will make it a permanent solution for you. Alright, so practice and speak the truth right now. Go and tell anyone and everyone whatever you want to tell and become fearless. Alright, bye bye. Thank you.